Welcome back to the Savage Lines, you guys. As always, it's that man, Mama. There goes that man. Okay, Anto oblique kick Anto. We are doing Vegas '96, I believe it is. Bahalio versus Cannoneer, the Killer Gorilla versus the Fighting Nerds. It is going down. But before we get into that card, which will be starting prelims at 7 p.m., main card at 10 p.m., and that will be at the Apex. We're going to do that shout out to the sponsor, mvstreams.com, for all your viewing needs from premium channels to sporting events. Don't get ripped off this year for your football or any of that other things. mvstream.com. Promo code ANTO10 for 10% off that first purchased order. Now, special shout out and special alerts and promos. There is a company, airstech.com. They have a device called the LifeTune system. I actually entered a contest 2 weeks ago and I won one of the devices. This is the Airstech LifeTune 1. What it does is it hooks to your mobile devices and it disperses EMF and 5G frequencies so that you don't get the headaches and things that are associated with 5G devices. They are gold plated, they are lightweight. This one has the cloth to fit onto the back of the cell phone. We're going to put it on our child's phone. We're going to review that and see if there is a difference. So, Airstech LifeTune 1, they have the LifeTune Go, and I forget the other one. Right now they were running a promo, buy two, get one free. So that's airstech.com. You can follow them on Instagram and I believe Instagram, Facebook, and I do believe they have an X account. So that is the LifeTune. Also associated with that card is this. This right here. This is very special. This is going into the collection with Cater, Dober, and Holland, UFC signed memorabilia, fan art, Maycee the Future Barber autographed photo. Again, thank you, Maycee Barber. Thank you, Airstech, for the LifeTune 1. And also this autographed photo of the future Maycee Barber, the women's flyweight division on the map in the auto collection. So, moving along in autos, we are making our rounds everywhere for the autos, everywhere. Now, what you guys tuned in for? We got the sponsorships. We've got the special edition sponsor. We've got Max Holloway. We've got UFC. We have Noche on the way. Apex, 7 p.m., 10 o'clock for the main card. Cannoneer versus Balhayo. Let's jump right into those preliminary fights. We're going to start with women's fly. Wayne Kong, 5-0 in the last 5 versus Victoria Leonardo, 9-6. Minus 1,110 for Wayne, plus 695 for Leonardo. Listen, I went and watched some of Wayne's amateur stuff. She has really good kickboxing, really good takedown defenses. It should be on paper one-way traffic, so go ahead, putting the picks on Wayne on that one. We're going to move past that one because that should be one-way traffic. We know how fight game go, but we'll see. So, off from that, we're going to go to the featherweight division. We have Zigamontes versus Nathan Fletcher. 9-2 for Zigamontes. 8-1 for Nathan Fletcher. In the amateur to professional careers outside of promotion. They just came off the Ultimate Fighters, Team Shevchenko versus Team Grasso. So with that, I'm going Zigamontes. He's a more polished striker. He seems to remain a lot calmer in there under pressure. And I like his personality. I like his mentality of, I may have lost my opportunity now, but I'll be back. So Zigamontes, I believe that's going to be decision. We'll go from there. Now we're going to move to the women's bantamweight division. We have Cavalcante versus Josiane Nunez. Minus 210 for Cavalcante. 4-1 in the last 5. 5-0 in the last 5 for Nunez. Thank the matchmakers for this one. On paper, this one is a barn burner. Both of these women move forward. Both of these women set up big strikes. Both of these women look to melt their opponent and just pour on them. So we should get fireworks. Both of them have pretty decent takedown defense. Nunez, she raffles off those leg kicks in the middle of the flame. She will wear you down. Calvagente, again, another pressure fighter that wears you down with good hands and body work. If you don't know now, you know. Man, banger, sleeper fight of the night right here. In women's bantam, women's 135, like sleeper fight of the night, I got Calvin Kente for the 210 favorite. That's who I have winning that one. So we're gonna move from that to men's lightweight. One of my favorite fighters, Borishev versus James Goku Ilian Top. James Goku Ilian Top. 5-0 in the last five for Ilian Top. He actually is really good in the clinch. His dirty boxing is A1. A1 dirty boxing in the clinch. But I'm going to have to give this one to, it's a pick'em fight, by the way. It's a pick'em fight. I believe this is Ilian Top's debut in the promotion, or he came off the Contender Series. So it's his TV debut, like live crowd type of deal. So I'm going to go with Borshev. Even though it's the Apex and stuff, this is a big moment. I'm going with the experience and the crisp striking of Borishev. He's been here. He's been doing it. He's 3-2 in his last five. Let's go. Let's go. And then you have Reese versus Jose Medina. It's another pick. I'm 7-1 for Reese, 11-3 in Medina. But this kid, Reese, he does it all. Finish on the ground, finish standing up, good pressure, good octagon control. I'm going Reese round one finish. That's going to be another one. And that's the middleweight division. Reese round one finish. Next, we're going to move back to men's lightweight. We got Dennis Bazukia versus Francis Marshall, 12-4 for Dennis Bazukia, 7-2 for Francis Marshall. I believe Francis Marshall made his debut on that Wonder Boy Holland card, and he really made a lasting impression with me watching him live on those prelims. And I sat with his family, so that was awesome. Marshall's the -245 favorite at 5-0 in his last five. Bazukia's 5-0 in his last five. He's the +200 dog. I went with Marshall because he brings good energy, good octagon control, and if you're not careful, he will put you out of there. So, Francis Marshall by knockout round two. Next, we're going to move to men's middleweight division. Edwin Shabazian versus GM3. Gerald Mearshart, 13-4 for Shabazian, 36-17 for GM3. -290, 2-3 in the last five, which is Edmund, +244 and 1 in the last five for Shabazian. Upset of the night right here. GM3 is going to choke him out. Rear naked round one. GM3 rear naked or ghillie round one. I can't call it rear naked or ghillie round one, GM3. Welterweight division, Neil Magny versus Morales. 16-0 for Morales. 5-0 in the last five. -860. +605. 3-2 in the last five for Magny. 29-12 for Magny. The disrespect of the gap between favorite and dog in this one, and it's been proven every time they do Neil Magny like this, he comes out and he just stomps out a prospect. Like, I'm not gonna say he's gatekeeping, but you're not walking through there when they disrespect him. Neil Magny turns into a different fighter. I have Neil Magny pulling off another. This is definitely a big upset for the night too, in the betting books. Neil Magny takes that one by decision, easy. And then you have Con Offley versus Myron Santos, 14-1 for Myron, 12 wins, 2 defeats, 1 no contest for Con Offley. Great wrestling for Con, 5-0 in his last five, 4-1 in his last five for Santos. I'm going Myron Santos. Every fight stands on the feet, and Myron seems to have a good understanding of where he runs, where his bread is buttered at. So I believe he's going to keep the distance, keep the range, keep Khan off him with kicks. He's going to chew up that lead leg, and Myron's going to get him out of there to end of round one. And my personal favorite, we have Valentine versus Loader, the Viking versus the Lodestar, Ryan Lodestar Loader versus Valentine. 11-3 for the vicious Viking. 3-2 in his last five. -165 favorite. +150 dog for Ryan Lodestar Loader. 7-1. 4-0 in his last five. Loader does have those gas tank issues if he can't like hold you down round one and get you out of there, but Valentine shows he's dangerous everywhere, he's vicious everywhere, and he's just gonna come in and he's gonna blitz and he's gonna blast you, which is gonna work right into the hands of the Lodestar. No, that's not his official nickname, but that's what I'm calling him. Hopefully it sticks. So I have Ryan Lodestar Loader becoming your middleweight ultimate fighter by decision. And then we're going to move to the women's strawweight. This one has big implications, honestly. One of my wife's favorite fighters, Angela Overkill Hill, 17-3 versus Tabitha Baby Shark Ricci, 10-2. 4-1 in the last five for Ricci, 2-3 in the last five for Angela. But that is not a proper representation of Angela Hill's record. She should actually be 3-2 in the last 5, but she's gotten robbed on quite a few judges' decisions. Now, Hill's good everywhere. Ricci's good everywhere. Both of them have great gas tanks. Both of them have great striking. Both of them have great ground game, takedown defense, submission defense. Every check on the book they both have. The only difference pretty much age and reach. Hill's been here. She has the experience. Ricci's the new young and hungry. Usually I go experience, but if this goes to a decision, the MMA decision gods are going to give this to Tabitha Ricci. So I picked Ricci because both of these fighters match up so well that this should go to a decision. And in a decision, Angela Hill doesn't get the nod very much. They don't smile for Angie Overkill as much as I would like them to. And I'm only giving this fight to Ricci because I believe it's going to decision, and they always screw Hill on the decisions. My opinion. So that brings us to the main event of the evening. The Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier, middleweight division, 17-7, previous title contender, versus the Fighting Nerds, Kyle, 16-1 with 1 no contest, Ohio. He's a natural. He definitely is a natural. Kyle is a natural. He's good everywhere. Jared's good everywhere. Jared's responsible defensively. Jared hits really hard. Jared can get you out of there. This is 5 rounds. They can both do 5 rounds, and Jared's power carries 5 rounds. But what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the freshness and the new will of a fighter like Kyle Ohio, breathing life into the Fighting Nerds team and pretty much being, if you will, the flagship carrier of that team. And Silva's right behind him, and I think Casey O'Neal's part of that. That program, I'm not going to compare it to anyone else because I don't want to do that. They're doing their own thing, but that program's going places. Like, look out for that program. Like, the Fighting Nerds are doing some different things, and it's working out in their favor. With that being said, Kyle Ohio by decision or submission. I believe it's going to be decision, though, because Jared is very responsible. So thank you for tuning in to the breakdown. UFC Vegas 96, Apex, 7 p.m. start time for the prelims. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Mama, there goes that man. Oblique Kick Anto signing off for the Kaiju. And Lady Savage, you guys have a good one.